Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
This beauty feature is proudly sponsored by DMK South Africa, rebuilding skin, rebuilding lives.
You're listening to the DMK Brand Radio Show, powered by DMK on brandlive.co.za.
Well, good morning, DMK, and I hope you're all well today. Welcome to our first audio newsletter that we're going to be doing on a bi-monthly basis, and where we're going to talk about different product reviews and innovative ways and information to share with all our DMK clients. We've had a lot of clinics asking about the time duration of the Dmk enzymes and why the enzymes have to be on the skin for 45 minutes. So today I've asked Najma to come and talk to us and elaborate the importance of the 45 minutes timing during the Dmk enzyme treatment. Hi, Najma.
Hi, Melda. How are you?
Good and good.
Okay, so the reason I feel we as therapists need to understand the importance of the duration is because we're simply robbing our clients of the complete benefit of enzyme therapy by shortening treatment time, using an air dryer or simply just removing when the client complains that it's too tight or her neck is itching. And believe you me, there are lots of guilty therapists out there.
I'm actually quite a bit shocked that you said air dryer or fans or quickening a treatment, trying to dry the enzyme. I've never heard of that before. Creativity has taken it up a notch.
Yeah, from the horse's mouth. So the importance, Imelda, is the treatment time span. The first 15 minutes, we have absorption of active ingredients. The superficial corneum is saturated with proteins and other actives. That's your first 15 minutes. Then the next 15 minutes, we have peripheral capillary stimulation. And this is felt by the client as pulsations, described as a pumping action on the skin. This allows bounce back of extracellular fluids and the beginning of reverse osmosis.
So what is reverse osmosis? Because I think that's a difficult thing, especially when you're trying to explain that to your client that's lying there with the enzyme mask on.
While it is a support structure, it is also fluidic, depending on water to keep it well hydrated and bouncy. So it can become brittle and hard when it's dehydrated. So Imelda, the fascia is like a bulletproof vest, and by far the largest organ of the body. The fascia is a great deal more than just a body stocking under our skin.
Well, that basically explains it, because that helps with the water retention. So that's why when people put enzyme masks on their bodies, it helps with edema and swelling and water retention. So that is where this is coming in.
Absolutely. So we basically draining towards the lymph nodes. And remember, we have lymph nodes throughout our body as well. So, increasing oxygen, draining away toxins, etc. And then the last 15 minutes is felt as similar to what the second 15 minutes felt like. So it's turning up a notch on the pulsations. So the client feels the pulsations a lot more as well. And this deals with compression, deeper myopulsing of the muscle and the venous return. Remember, our skin's mobility and resilience are totally determined largely on how well hydrated our fascia is. Therefore, we need to irrigate all structures via microvacuoles or the pathways that allow tissues to be lubricated.
Okay, that was quite complicated, because fascia, what is fascia?
That's the underlying muscle of that you find under your skin.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
So in overall, improvement of, blood circulation would then, oxygenate your cells, which your mitochondria requires oxygen. It's like your battery to your cell phone. It needs to be charged in order for it to work. Similarly, your cells need to be charged with oxygen for it to work effectively. So malfunction of or lack of oxygen leads to early cell death, or malfunction of your mitochondria, which would then lead to early cell death. Remember, so in briefly, your enzyme therapy increases oxygen to the skin cells, tightens underlying structures, drains away toxins, and brightens the skin because it removes all dead skin cells as well.
And then basically, if you're going to cut your corners and not allow the enzyme mask to be on for 45 minutes, you're actually not doing what you're supposed to, and the skin is not going to have those benefits at all.
So you would get benefits, Imelda, but you're not going to get the complete benefits. So I think it's really unfair for the client. And remember, with DMK, we're all about rebuilding the skin. So yes, we are removing with our removals, which we will discuss in our next conversation. But rebuilding is very important. And in order to get long-term results on the skin, we need to rebuild the skin, make sure the skin cells are functioning as they actually should, or as they did when we were younger. So very important. 45 minutes is what the enzyme mask needs to be on for.
And tell me, how are they going to explain the plasmatic effect?
Okay, so the plasmatic effect appears immediately after the enzyme removal. Your capillaries stand out like a roadmap indicating total dilation of peripheral capillaries. So it's a good sign, good oxygenation, good drainage, tightening of facial muscles as well. So it's a good sign after the treatment. The little lines that you see, or the plasmatic effect, disappears after about 20 minutes. So it's completely fine for the client. By the time she leaves, it's literally gone down.
And tell me, what about the clients who ask or who hasn't seen a plasmatic effect and they can't see the capillary network under the skin? Do they think that it didn't work?
No, it does work as long as the clients are feeling the pulsations. Remember, the fairer you are, so your skin type 1 to 3, you'll definitely see the capillary network on the skin, or, the little red lines or roadmap on the skin. But from 4 to sort of 6, we don't really notice it on, say, like on my skin, you don't really see it, but you'll see a little bit of blotches here and there. But it doesn't mean the enzyme's not working, because you can actually feel the pulsations.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I believe in my enzymes. I love doing my enzymes. And I'm all for the water retention because I'm experimenting it on my body. And that's why I know about the water retention. So I'm really enjoying it.
So Imelda, what we've incorporated in the clinic as well is we've started doing breast lifts with the enzyme therapy. So when the client's in, we paint body enzyme around the breast tissue up towards the, up the décolleté to the shoulders. And then we apply the enzyme mask as we normally do. So yeah, we've been incorporating that. We've got great results, with the breast lifts as well.
Okay, well, that's amazing.
Now for the Dmk Updates.
Right, so on to the DMK news. This past weekend was actually a very, very exciting weekend. Najma and Matapelo were invited as guest speakers at a fundraising event for the Batul Halima Orphanage in Kinross, Secunda, on behalf of Beautified Skin Revision Clinic. This is really amazing, Najma, and I think you guys created an awareness. There were over 250 people from across the country which came together, and they raised over 60,000 Rand for the Batul Halima Orphanage.
Yeah, I think they're doing amazing work in Kinross, and the Mpumalanga sisters are really active in that area with regards to fundraising for different organizations as well. So it was great for us, Imelda. We spoke about the campaign because it is actually a very hot topic at the moment, skin bleaching. And I find that it's across the color spectrum, damaging skin through product use or incorrect product use. And just bringing awareness. And I think people are becoming a lot more aware of what they're applying on their skin. But I think the campaign has created a lot of curiosity and a lot of questions around what we're actually doing to ourselves. A lot of these products are purchased from the spice shops, easily obtained. They're cheap products with harmful ingredients, and I think we're getting somewhere with this.
Most definitely, especially with the hashtag Don't Mess With My Skin. We've just reached over 5,000 followers within 3 months, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It just shows you that people are really thinking about what they're doing to their skin, and it's creating an awareness for them to actually maybe acknowledge and think twice before they pick up a brand or a product and see and think what's the ingredient in this product and what is it going to do. So I want everyone to go onto the Don't Mess With My Skin page, like the page, share the page, It's a platform where we discuss different views on different subjects, so it's not specifically for DMK itself. It's creating awareness for people with these specific conditions. Another thing with the DMK news is how you can play your part as a DMK client, a DMK stockist, is to please stick to the DMK protocols. Don't cut corners. We've just decided that, and we know, Najma has discussed that it's not viable and it's not fair for your clients to cut corners. Like and share our social media posts, and please send us your tags, your information. If you want us to tag you, your hashtags in our social media posts, and also the posts that you're sharing on your social media pages, is tag us so we can see each other's posts and create a bigger brand awareness on each other's platforms, because at the end of the day we're doing it for ourselves, for you, for me, for everyone using DMK, and that's very important. So what we're going to try and do in the next few months and in the new year is start a campaign surrounding malls, where we're going to be using the hashtag Don't Mess With My Skin campaign, and actually speak to the people on the street to see how they feel about their skin and what extreme measures they're actually going to get their skin of their dreams. So thanks for coming, Najma. What is on the plate for next week?
Well, definitely the removals and the importance of using DMK removals with our enzyme treatments, and different removals for different skin conditions. So we'll be discussing all of that.
Right. If you guys missed us on live TV, DMK was on SABC2 on Morning Live 2 weeks ago. It was a great interview with Najma Khan and Noxolo, and they spoke about the Don't Mess With My Skin campaign. So stay tuned, because that DMK clip will be played straight after this podcast. Thank you so much, Najma, for being with me today and talking about enzymes and the duration and the importance of the time duration of the enzyme.
Imelda, I'm actually quite excited about this podcast because, audio is always a great and easy way for us to listen to, advice rather than going into our emails. As you know, therapists are very lazy. So, I think this is a great way. And, if you guys have anything that you want to know, please let us know, and we will share information on that particular subject. Remember to remove, rebuild, protect, and maintain.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Bone phenomenon and skin bleaching, parents may be forced into conversations about self-acceptance and self-love with their children, especially their daughters. But where do we even begin, since in many African cultures, light-skinned women are still considered more beautiful than their darker-skinned counterparts? A skincare clinic is embarking on a campaign to assist parents in addressing this thorny issue. And to tell us more about Don't Mess With My Skin project, we are joined by youth development activist Noxolo Khatlana and Najma Khan, who is the co-founder of DMK South Africa. A very good morning to you, ladies. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate this. Is a very, very important subject that we're going to be discussing. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Najma, I'm going to start with you. Why is this an important conversation to have, especially with our daughters?
Okay. Where it all started is in the early 1990s, when I first started working as a DMK paramedical skin technician. And I was involved in a project that was specifically treating deeper toned skin, more specifically ethnic skin that was damaged due to skin bleaching. The funny thing is, we are now in 2018 and nothing's changed. In fact, skin bleaching is trending. It's more of a trend in today's times. And earlier this year, I did a presentation at a DMK conference called Dying to Be White. And it sparked such a lot of interest, and it made us think of what is actually happening right here in South Africa. And we need to do something about it. So when we got back, we decided it's time to give back through educating our young men and women about the harmful effects of skin bleaching, and also to empower them and to for them to accept themselves for who they are and what we look like, so we do not embark on those skin bleaching or yellow bone phenomenon tracks.
And it's unfortunate that even some influential figures in society,
That's
some
true.
of the celebrities, should I say, who are role models to some of the girls,
Yeah.
are taking the skin bleaching route.
Yeah.
I mean, what are some of the societal issues that cause people, particularly young women, to go this route?
Thank you, Simpiwe. I mentor a lot of young people, and young people, as you said initially, we've always believed that to be beautiful means to be lighter, and they do it to be accepted. And the funniest part as well, a lot of young people I talk to, they believe that lighter skinned girls have better chances with men and even have better opportunities economically, which is really, really absurd. I mean, you'll hear examples from young people, Sis Knox, I cannot be fat and dark. I have to work on another thing because a guy will tell me, I like you, you're pretty, but I don't do dark girls. And it doesn't only affect their skin, actually, it affects their self-esteem. And I always teach them that our future leaders have to be leaders that are comfortable in their own skin. So we have to work very hard in shifting and changing this narrative more towards a different definition of beauty, more towards self-love and self-acceptance the way we are. But it starts in the home, actually. A dark-skinned young girl is beautiful. She's not beautiful, but she's dark. She's beautiful, period. And have to continue emphasizing this. And we have a long way to go.
And I suppose it starts in the mind before it even
Yes.
gets to the home. It starts in the mind,
Definitely.
self-accepting you and
Definitely.
self-loving yourself the way
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah,
Now,
indeed.
Najma, what are some of the questionable products that they use for skin lighting, and what sort of ingredients, harmful ingredients, do these products have?
Okay, so you're looking at hydroquinone, which is very commonly used in low doses in the industry. But with the skin bleaching creams, unfortunately, you're looking at anything from 7% to 12%. So what this ingredient does is it lightens the skin and then it darkens it very quickly, causing a condition called ochronosis, which then is very difficult to treat. Then you get mercury. Now, we all know mercury is poison. Okay, and it is also systemic, so it goes through the skin into the blood system. It affects your central nervous system, and it has a negative effect on your kidneys. Can you imagine a pregnant woman using skin bleaching products? It's definitely going to have a harmful effect on
the baby.
On the
baby.
child as well.
And then you get monobenzoate, which is meant to, it's a depigmenting product, meant to be used on people that suffer from vitiligo to lighten the dark areas. It's a medical product. These ingredients are being taken and put into these skin bleaching creams or products that people are buying off the street. I mean, I had an interview at LXFM, and I was shocked just walking there. I saw so many bleaching products on the side of the road. I just wanted to grab everything and shove it in a bag.
know, right.
But coming to the harmful ingredients, there are really good ingredients that one can use to treat problems like pigmentation, passive and inflammatory pigmentation. You have arbutans, your kojic, licorice
But those shouldn't
roots.
be used for skin lightening, hey?
Those are used to lighten darker areas of the skin. So those basically do not destroy your melanocyte, because that's what the harmful ingredients are actually doing. They destroy a very functioning unit. And that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is we're suppressing the overproduction of melanin. So you're slowing it down, because sometimes due to hormones, etc., the melanocytes overproduce melanin. So it comes to the surface of the skin in clumps. So what can be done, or what DMK does, is we use botanical ingredients like your licorice, arbutans, all of that, to suppress the melanin.
Unfortunately, we haven't got much time, but
Okay.
just a quick one, Nokolo.
Yes,
The big
if you-
problem is that you have a parent whose daughter is so hell-bent on getting lighter and lighter, and the parent finds him or herself in a very precarious position, because if she talks her out of this particular issue, then it messes up her self-esteem. How does she even start talking her daughter out of it?
That's a very difficult question, actually, Cynthia, because our entire society and also the media has a huge responsibility in this. We have to change the true measure of beauty. We have to change the messaging we send out there at what it means to be beautiful. those undertone messages that make something darker as inferior, they are everywhere in our society. Some of these messages are overt, some are just side comments. So it's actually not only the parents' responsibility, it's everyone's responsibility to start pushing the movement and the message of self-love, what it means to be beautiful, and accepting yourself the way you were made, and not using your value proposition only as what you look on the outside, but work on the inside as well. So we just have a lot of work to do in just changing our mindset and how.
And I suppose the most important thing that we should do is to re-emphasize the importance of looking good the way you are, without makeup, without dreadlocks, without braids, without everything. I personally love natural women, but you know, we need to re-emphasize the importance of looking good the way you are.
There's
Ladies,
nothing
thank you
wrong
so
with
much.
makeup,
I wish we had more time, but we have to end there.
No, we understand, Sophie. We do need more time, but thank you for having us.
All right, we appreciate
Yes,
your time.
thank you very much.
That's co-founder of DMK South Africa, Najma Khan, and youth development activist and founder Nokolo Katlana, speaking to us about a campaign titled "Don't Mess with My Skin," where parents can help their kids end the obsession of wanting a white skin. This is Morning Live. It is 4:09. Let's go for coffee.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za.
Whether you're an athlete or just going about your day-to-day business, use Turbo Freeze on the go for any pain relief or inflammation. It's the #1 pain relief formula. To find out more, log on to our website www.turbofreeze.co.za.
Hey Bonang, how are you?
Hi Tuli, look so beautiful. Hey, long time no see. What happened to your skin, by the way? The last time I saw you, you had a lot of blemishes and breakouts. It was so terrible, man.
Wow, thanks for that, Bonang. Luckily, I discovered DMK. Have you heard of DMK?
DMK? Who are they?
DMK is a paramedical skincare brand that specializes in all skin conditions. Would you like their number?
Yes, please.
I know you're not good at numbers, so let me give you their website address because your skin looks terrible. It's www.dmkskincare.co.za.
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Grow! Yeah. Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.beastdownmedia.co.za.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
This beauty feature was proudly sponsored by DMK South Africa, rebuilding skin, rebuilding lives.